The next question is going to be, tell me about a time you had to persuade someone at work. What did you do? Let's take a look at my response. At my previous company, our team supported 20 to 30 different web applications. And there was really no uniformity in terms of what front-end JavaScript framework we could or should use. So what ended up happening is we would have some apps written in Angular, some apps written in React, some written in Vue. It was kind of all over the place. And the problem with this was, say you were assigned to write a feature in a certain app and you didn't really know that framework, you would have to at least, spend time getting a basic understanding of it before you can even start to implement that feature. So this potentially increased the development time by a lot. So my proposal was to just have all our apps be written in Vue.js because it's something that I had experience with. I thought it was fairly easy to pick up. It's a lightweight app, and it's pretty easy to inject into existing applications. So what I did was I created a little mini demo presentation, and I set up a meeting between my team and my manager and just demonstrated the pros and cons of using that framework. So the result of that was my manager was on board and we decided to use Vue.js for all our new development. Again, that was about a minute and a half to answer it, and it was told like a story. I explained what the problem was and what I did to resolve that problem and showed how I made a lasting positive impact to the company. All right, the last question we're gonna look at is, tell me about a time you failed at work and what did you learn from it? So this one time I was assigned the task of implementing a new feature into one of our applications, and we use Git as our source control. So as I was working on this feature, I was continuously pushing to our master branch, which isn't good practice because you always want to keep your master branch deployable as well as in sync with what's in production. Also, if we deployed this app with this feature being partially done, it would break the application. But this was an app that barely ever got updated, so I figured I'd be all right. But of course, we had an emergency bug fix that had to be made. And I was like, we actually can't deploy it because the app is going to break. Luckily, with source control, you are able to go back and we were able to add that change to where I started working on the feature. But in the future, I learned that in order to, if I wasn't making any changes, first create a branch off of master and deploy to that branch. And then when you're finally done with the feature, then merge the changes back into master. Now, a potential issue to this answer is that it assumes that the interviewer knows how Git works. Most likely you're going to be doing one of these interviews with another dev. So, they probably know how Git works, but it's possible that they don't. But I think a really important thing to answering these questions is that you don't want to confuse your interviewer by going too into the weeds with a particular technology that they might not know. So just gauge who you're interviewing with. It's very easy to get very technical about something and totally lose your interviewer. And that's not good because it means you weren't able to clearly communicate a technical topic, which is important when you're working with other devs on a team.